Hey, it's January 13th, 12:30 a.m. and this is a different kind of video. Like I've pretty much like not rehearsed what I'm going to say, but I think of like what is going on through my mind currently, and I just kind of go off from there. But January 13th, I really don't have much or not a lot to say. Well, I feel like it's just hard to put it in words, you know. Um, but one thing I will say is I I haven't cried in 24 hours, which I think is a good sign. I will say that I've cried pretty much every day ever since, and I ended up recording a voice memo, which I haven't recorded in like a really long time. It was actually after I made the previous video, and that one was really bad. But I think the whole basis of this one is I wonder if you think about me the same way I do with you. And it's kind of funny because it's just like a repeat of yesterday's video, but yeah, like I said, like I wonder. I do. I really do. I It's kind of funny because I sound delusional when I say this, but I imagine sometimes that maybe you probably feel the same way. You probably wonder if I think about you, and it's true. I do. I think about you a lot, like a lot, and my biggest delusion is that maybe you want me to text you, blah blah blah, but then I remember you have me blocked. But it's kind of hard to really pinpoint my feelings because I've seen these reels and these TikToks where it's like how dudes look at you when you're in a new relationship, and that how I fucked up in the end. And I feel that to like the biggest extent. It's I feel like I fucked up. I there is a lot of accountability and self-blame that I go through. Yesterday's video, it pretty much delved deep into like what I could have done differently, what I could have done better, and I see that now, and obviously it's hitting me like a brick. I think about you all the time, Misha. Like I really do. I think about what we once had. I think about you, YOU. Even though it didn't seem that way, I loved you a lot. And I didn't like really want this to happen. Like I said, I think I tried, like deep down in my heart. I will say I did try. it just hurts because, at least for me, like, I didn't really, like I said, I didn't want this to happen. And I don't know, I think about you all the time. I think about what we once had. I think about, all the times where, I'm saying, like, I thought that we would come back and, laugh about this whole thing. And, just like, be okay. And it's not a good feeling. It's hard for me to let go when you let go already. But it's selfish. It's selfish in the sense of I want something that, like, I hurt you and I'm trying to make demands. But I don't know. I just, like, I miss you a lot. It's hard. It's so hard. Because, a part of me wants to cling on to that hope that, we get back together, and I'm so delusional. You have no idea. I'm really, really, really delusional about this whole thing. I thought that, like I said, we can rekindle and, like, laugh about this. But, not all stories are meant to be. And it sucks, because I loved you, like, so much. I still do. But, it's, like I said, I wish things were different. I wouldn't have to be sitting here in my room alone. When the sky gets dark and I don't know, I just like, I don't know. Like, I have nobody. And it's not a good feeling. But you just gotta, like, keep it pushing. It's hard because I don't have many friends who can really relate to the situation I'm going through. But mine's kind of everywhere. I don't want to do this all in one take, so we'll see how I am in like 24 hours. But I'll see you around. I love you and I miss you, and I'll continue to pray for you. And I'll see you on the flip side, Misha.